Hello, welcome to this brief overview of the Wellbeing inset sessions we run for school staff. Staff wellbeing is so important in schools. Staff that have good wellbeing are more confident, motivated, are more productive, able to bounce back from stresses and anxiety. And this affects the school as well as the individuals and in turn the pupils in the school. So this session is all about understanding our well-being, the things that can affect it, and to come up with a lot of tools and techniques that can help to maintain or improve our well-being. This is generally a half-day session that we conduct, and it can be for the entire school staff or sets of it, whatever works best for you. Very much focused on how important the staff are and how some of these techniques can be useful. The session is conducted by people who are qualified counsellors. We have psychology and counselling expertise and backgrounds, and we have also experience in schools. So we come at it with a good understanding of what's practical and realistic in school, but also a very good understanding of the theory and the practice of the therapy involved. Everything we cover on the sessions is standard counselling practice, so the kind of techniques and tools that you would be referred to if you were involved in any form of psychological counselling. So in our session we start with an explanation of well-being. In its very simplest form, the state of being comfortable, healthy and happy, but also there's a much broader concept with well-being, and that's to do with a sense of purpose, a sense of satisfaction and control in your life. And as we run through the session, we look at these in two parts. We start with the general state of feeling healthy and happy. So we have a little chat about things that affect our ability to be happy. So we try to understand a little bit about mood, low mood, the difference between that and depression, how to recognise it. And then we talk about stress and anxiety, again, how it manifests itself, how to recognise it in yourself and others. And then we can move on to looking at some of the tools and techniques to guard against these. So we start with a look at mindfulness. We have an explanation about what it is, how it works, and then we go through 3 group exercises. So we do a body scan, everyone together, guided by the trainer. We then do a session on mindful eating with usually chocolate or a raisin or something of that sort. And as part of that, we then have a little group feedback session. People talk about what that was like, how they can utilise that concept. And then we do a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 grounding exercise. Again, we demonstrate that, and then we get people to do it in their groups. All of these are very useful, very handy with both mood and stress and anxiety. Really good established techniques to use. We then come up with some other ideas, and we have some little giveaways here. So mindful aromas, we've got some scented bath salts, etc. But then we talk through all sorts of other ideas that might be beneficial and appropriate for each of the groups here. And then, very importantly, we ask each group to have a little chat, a 5-minute session, to come up with thoughts. What practically could they do in school to encourage a state of mindfulness? So we want to encourage each other in a general atmosphere. And at the end of that, we feed back together what ideas people have come up with. And that's very much the theme of the session. There's a lot of group work, a lot of chatting, and a lot of feeding back. We then go on to work our way through various other tools and techniques. So we start with a little look at breathing exercises and how to use diaphragmatic breathing to counteract stress, anxiety, etc. And of course we do some examples together. We then have a little chat about concept of guided imagery and the process of finding a safe, a happy place that you can use as a place to go to in your mind when we have difficult times. We do a guided imagery together, but also then get people to think of their own variants on it. We then have a little chat on physical relaxation, and we talk about things such as yoga and Tai Chi, and we do, of course, a little Tai Chi session together, a very short office-based one. All the time just offering different ideas and thoughts on relaxation and well-being. We have a little chat and a little think about positive affirmations, get people to think about ones that would work appropriately for them. And then we have a discussion about all sorts of other ideas. Very often this is a point in which people in the groups will come up with their own thoughts and ideas. And so that we'll have a little chat maybe about meditation or the use of music. Some people like the idea of different types of crafty activities such as mindfulness, colouring. And then we have a little chat about the importance of sleep and how disturbed sleep can be overcome. So this is a kind of general session where lots of people can be inputting and we can throw out lots and lots of different ideas. We then follow on with an important talk about the importance of talking and active listening. So encouraging people to have somewhere that they can chat and a little discussion, a little practice on active listening. So how to listen to someone, not butt in, not put the agenda your way, but actually encourage them to talk more on the topic. And then again, we have a little group session on how could we use this? Is there a once a week meeting we could have? Could we do this on a given lunchtime, etc.? Having then looked quite extensively at the state of being comfortable, healthy and happy, we go on to the second section, which is the broader one about how to be satisfied with your life and have a sense of purpose. And with this, we ask, some fairly big questions about where people want to be, what they want to do, who they want to be. We run through a guided visualization again, in which people are encouraged to think about their perfect life, the things that would be in it, etc. And we come up with a be, do, have list of things that person would like to ultimately achieve in their life. And from there we have a lovely half-hour session which is to do with putting that vision down into a kind of graphic. And so we provide all these materials and people will leave with a little piece of paper, A5 piece of paper, that's kind of got a vision of where they want to be, who they want to be, which we then encourage them and explain how to use in order to achieve some more purpose and satisfaction. We then end the session with a section on gratitude. Gratitude, a really key part of well-being. It's a nice fun way to end, and we end by playing the M&M Thankful game, in which pretty self-explanatory, but we ask people to go around and say things that they are thankful for, because this is definitely found to have a positive impact on people's well-being. So we have lots of tools, lots of interaction, lots of ideas, and usually at the end of this session everyone has got some things that they've all agreed would be a nice way to move forward working on theirs and each other's well-being. So if you were interested and you'd like to know anything more, our website is istechuk.com. It's got more information and our contact details on there, so please do take a look and give us a call. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.